I need you to remember to breathe. The overwhelm that you're feeling right now is because you were conditioned to second guess yourself. So I need you to, in this moment, remember to breathe. Okay? I need you in this moment to remember the simplicity of everything. I need you to remember that when you came here on earth, it was your bare bottoms. You didn't have chains, at least visible chains. You just had the umbilical cord. And as much as your mother and your father have been playing a vital role in your life, their role was the face of that which is unseen. And we look at the miracle of the Big Bang when a sperm touches the egg, connects to it. We would hope more often than not it would form a baby. And the baby, 10 toes, 10 fingers, or not, it's still a miracle that comes out of that. So, Spirit is just asking you to remember that what you came here with is all that you need. What you came here with is all that you need. It's so often, we get taught, go study, go get this course, go get that. And then when you go there, they ask you for experience. So the system wasn't necessarily set up for your best interest. It was set up in a way to help those who would fear needing to break the generational curses, though. And this overwhelm that you're feeling is the highest vibration of love trying to connect to you. It's asking you to be the parent to your inner child that was never parented in the way that you needed you to be parented and nourished and loved and attended to. Your parents could only do so much. And now it's your turn to do that which you would have wanted. But in that way of doing it the way you wanted it to happen for you, you're doing it in a way that is abundant, that is not of lack. Because remember, I said, everything you came here with is all that you need. That umbilical cord is connected to a greater life force than what you see through your parents in the physical body. And why I say your parents could only do so much is that they too could only have what was available for them with their resources that they had to be able to use, right? So now you, as a generational curse breaker, sorry, yours is to break the curse completely. Yours is to break the illusion that you have been separate or separated from the divine. And I'm getting this image of a umbilical cord. And actually, what's so interesting, I had a conversation with someone, and she had said the word for today was rebirth. So, gratitude for that. And I'm seeing this image of an umbilical cord, and it's through the mom, and through the mom who was the face to be able to do the things physically here on earth, there is the divine. And within that divinity, God is asking you to connect, to be able to receive the abundance frequency, the heart frequency, and to receive yourself. So the overwhelm that you feel is a reminder that you have complicated things. Things have been complicated for you because here's the thing: in any relationship, there's going to be what feels like an opposite, yet it is one. It's like a coin. You can't say that the head is separate to the tail, it's in the coin. So your life experience has brought you to this point where you are either going to, or you have understood that you are the coin. There is no separation between the heads and the tail, it's just a different face. So, the character that you were when you were born, that you were designed to be, in terms of understanding who you were not, to understand who you are, has now an opportunity to merge, to become the coin. And whoever sees the head sees the heads, and whoever sees the tail sees the tail. So there is divine union, but the divine union is not in another, it's within self. It's always been about self. The other, it's just a confirmation there. The other was here to help you mirror you to you. So the overwhelm is source, the divine asking you to simplify things today. To have that image of being born, and to not remove your parents, but to move beyond your parents and understand from them they were the heads or the tails of the divine. Do you get what I mean? Do you see the beauty of that? They were the heads of the tail of the divine. You've come through source to understand who you are through the experience of who you are not. So there's so many different shadow aspects of you that were mirrored through from your parents, because their parents too could only do so much. So it's almost like this tiered piece of cords that are connected through the curses that are running through the lineages, and the main curse that runs in different aspects is oneness. And I don't know why I'm getting this image of a ice cream. There's this ice cream where it's not necessarily like a rainbow, but it's like it's like a loop. It's like a on a little it's on a stick, of course, and then it has like these like little loops and it has like different types of colors on it. And I'm getting that image right now because there's this loop of when the stick was connected. It was either the ice cream was already made and then the stick went through, or it was the thing was stuck into the mold. I don't know if that makes sense for some of you, but it will for some. There's a molding, and it's through different ways. And what came strongly for me to also share is that plug point needs a head. It's like a charging head needs a plug point, and a plug point was designed for a charging head. And your parents, your mother too, greatly was used as that bridge to help you mirror that what the socket is for and what the head of the charger is for. So what I'm getting is you have learned a lot, or you will be learning a lot through this journey as you move through oneness. And the divine is just asking you to come back here, to come back here. The breath. We circle back to what I said in the beginning. Those people who are living rent free in your head right now, they are the people who are here to help you understand who you are not, to get to who you are. But you have to take interest, you have to put in the effort to be in relationship. And the relationship, once you understand and draw towards your highest perspective, is that you have been initiated or will be initiated into becoming the parent for your inner child. So we go back to what I said in the beginning when I said you were a baby. And that was you then. And I said, imagine yourself with the umbilical cord as your mother. And then beyond that, there's a beyond that. It's like seeing a tree. Beyond what you see in the actual tree, there are actual roots. And that's sort of where you are right now, specifically now that we are in our winter in the southern hemisphere. We are in our winter. So the roots now are growing deeper, and they are embedding themselves in a way that the network is feeding into the other networks that need your specific tree and information. So this winter is about going in here. And as you go in here, the you now as the parent version needs to do everything to support connection to this. You need to do everything to support the connection to this, the matters of the heart. So those who are in your head living rent free, we're here to help you realize who you are through who you are not. And by allowing them to take up space, you're allowing them to take away connection to this. So the you now, in every single moment, in every single conversation, start asking people for permission to connect to them. Because are you adding to their peace, or are you going to take away from their peace? And that's the journey, to never, ever, 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 ever feel separated from that which actually created you through the face of your parents. You got to look beyond. And then in gratitude, as you look beyond, you understand that your roots are connecting to a greater network. That's why it's important to connect to nature. Because as I'm sitting here, I'm receiving information, right? And as I'm receiving information, there's more clarity. And of course, it's going to feel uncomfortable. But that's why you are here, to be reminded to breathe. Okay? Just take a moment to come back to the heart, just the matters of the heart, the truth. And I want you to breathe in a way that you meet the edge of the breath on the inhale, and you meet the bottom of the breath on the exhale. And your mind might be wondering right now, like, what's going on? Take a deep breath, but feel it from here. So if you want to place your left hand onto your heart, I'm holding my phone with my left hand, so I'm going to do the right. I just want you to feel your heartbeat again. If you want to close your eyes, close your eyes. And I want you to breathe in a way that you would envision the safest place of home, even if you're not feeling safe in your home right now. Envision what it would feel like. So take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I want you to start noticing that your mind might be racing, because it's like, what's going on? Why are we going so slow? I'm here to remind you to slow things down. When people are living rent free in your mind, they are part of your conditioning. And the healing journey asks us to recalibrate the nervous system back into safety, so we're not honoring fear. We are releasing the anxiety by coming back into our bodies. The other day I spoke about, you can study so much of your emotions, but if you cannot ground your emotions, if you cannot put the theory into practice, it's like a balloon that has no anchor, it just flies back into the air. So today is an opportunity for you to come back here, to anchor yourself here by placing your feet on the ground, by tapping into nature and repurposing, repurposing space, and who deserves, who's going to separate you from God and who's going to reconnect you back to God. And it's just through the breath. Some of you may be confused right now if you're still here. What's happening? It's just a holding space. I'm here to hold space for you to just breathe and to remember the simplicity of what we have. You don't need a lot. I'm here literally with like my laptop bag and what are these things called? I almost wanted to say kimono, kikoi. Kimonos, Japan. I need to check that. Japan. Maybe someone's going to Japan. Take me with you. Again, just breathe. Just enjoy this holding space. There's a lot within the collective right now. What has been very clear for me is that I'm here to help my generational curse breakers. You know who you are. You know, the ones who slay demons and dragons. You slay my warriors. I'm looking for you. I'm becoming more and more ready to help you through this journey, to tap back into the network beyond the role of mother, beyond the role of father. They could only do so much. Go back to the coin, being able to see it from different sides, the shadows. I've been saying this a lot in my post. Do the shadow work. Face your demons. That thing that you can point to somebody else is you. An aspect of you that needs to bring light to the darkness that resides in you because you were the one who became aware of it. You were the one who perceived it. You were the one who identified it. So when you are identified with something, it is asking you to transmute it from fear back into joy and love, from fear to safety. Just keep breathing. You really need it this moment because you've been busying yourself. Busying yourself. You need it this moment. And if you feel that you need more moments one on one, the healing work is about feeling. It's about breathing and tapping into the energy of greater source and energy. And it's delicious, hey? But you have to show interest. You have to come back by tapping in because you were conditioned to tap out. And before this takes any longer, because I could just sit in silence, and I think I'm just going to do that for myself right now. If you'd like to work with me and you felt that transmission, and you felt something, whatever you felt, and you feel ready to break those generational curses, and you need that support. I know what it feels like to not have the support. And because I know what support doesn't look like, I know what it looks like. So here's to divinity and becoming one with yourself, to when you come into a relationship, not control the other's love, because you need to be able to have them love you the way they need to love you. And you can only do that once you love you and the aspects of you that you were told aren't good enough. So I'm just here to remind you that you are more than good enough. You're more than good enough. And it's up to you to remember and to constantly remind yourself Last bit I'd say, they say that motivation is like showering. Hopefully, you do it at least once a day. Hopefully. Hmm. I'm sending love.